Yeah, and welcome to another lesson. So today is one of my favorite bands, and these guys are freaking awesome, super cool people, and Charlie just freaking burns on guitar. And if you've never heard Blackberry Smoke, do yourself a favor, buy the album, go to the concert, because if you freaking love rock and roll, they're awesome. So this is my favorite Blackberry Smoke song. Going to be doing some more of their stuff in the future just because you got to support the cause. When there's good bands out there, you got to push them out, be known, support the band. They're awesome. All right, let's zoom in for a closer look. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to tune your low E string down to a D, and it's called drop D tuning. And the easiest way to do it is just to match the open D string and the low E. So, right? That's not even right. There we go. That's what it should sound like. All right, and then the timing I think is 6/8, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Which I could just be talking out my butt, but it's kind of like Drunken Sailor vibe. Helps if you rock back and forth. Yar! Just kidding. All right, so we got. Okay, so what you do is you let the low E string ring while you do this. Now you're going to keep your second finger rooted on the A string 5th fret, and all the movement is going to happen on the D string starting with the 4th fret, and you can let this ring out. So you got, then you're going to put it on the 5th of the D, and then the 7th of the D. So you got, okay? Now, after you do that, you're going to jump down a group of strings. So now you're going to be on D5 and G4. So you got, now this part you can strum. And if you're by yourself, right, and you're the only guitar player, this band has 2 guitar players, you can strum this part. Or you can do that kind of a vibe. But what you're going to do is you basically need to keep the 5th fret G and B going, and now you're going to move on the D chord again, but this time it's going to be chromatically from the 4th to the 7th fret. So you're going to have to change your finger position a little bit. So we went from here, and then you flip it. Okay, so now it's 4, 5, 5. You go 5, 5, 5, D6, 5, 5, and then D7, 5, 5. When you get to the A minor chord, start with an open D and G and hammer on. Okay, and then when you get to the C, do that same hammer on. And then to a D. Okay, so you got slowly. Okay, so you do that a few times, right? It's by itself a couple of times, and then it goes into the verse, which it happens a couple more times. Then it goes into a pre-chorus, which starts like this. Okay, so what we did was we go on the low E and you go open, 2, 4, 5 with the timings. Okay, one more time. Now this next part, you can keep the open A going, and all the fretting is going to be done on the G and the D strings, okay? So you're going to start off at 7 and 6, and you can basically hit from the A string down to the B string. I mean, you can hit the high E in there too, it sounds cool. Okay, now go down to 4 and 2, move up to 5 and 4, and then down to 2 and open G. Back up, back down to 2 and 4, and then to here, and then you repeat. Okay, so if you start out slowly. What you're going to do is you're going to do a C chord, so you're going to be on A3, B3. I'm just going to pick from the A to the B string. Flip from there, and you go 2 and 2, so E2, A2. Mute out the D string, so you have an open G, and then the 3rd fret of the B. Okay, so you got... Okay, so what happens is here, and then go to a D, and then hit it again, and then D suspended second, which you take off this finger. Okay, so you got... Now, when you go to the chorus, which we're going to next, you're going to be on the 3rd fret of the E and the A, and then also 3rd fret of the B again. Go to an A minor chord, but leave off the fret on the G string, so it's an open G. And then, okay, so you got... This part's super cool. Okay, so you've already been on the D chord. Now you're going to flip-flop, and you're going to go B string 1st fret, and then fret this like a normal D chord. Okay? Skip down to 1 and 1 with an open B. Jump up to a G, which is 4th fret G, and then B3, E3. And then this chord's super cool, a little tough to get to. Okay, so that's going to be G5, B3, E2. So you got... And then you go to your A minor without the G string. And then... Okay, so... Right? Again. And then we got... Okay, and then it starts over. So... All right, so there you have it. Super freaking awesome song. Again, you guys support bands like this. They're super cool, awesome classic rock sound, but like, modern sounding, still southern rock. Killer live. I can't express enough how good they all are, and they're all super cool. So if there's a band out there and you're like, I need to support a band that's just out there touring for a living, this is the one. They're awesome. If you like the video, by all means, share it with friends. Also, check in the description box down below. There's always websites or videos that aren't on YouTube. So check down there below. And then if you like what you see, there's also a main channel. There's hundreds and hundreds of songs and tutorial lessons on there. So check it out. Once again, thank you so much for watching and your support. We'll catch you next time.